I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit more work done, and I guess you can watch, like, and subscribe. Also, I'm sitting on one of these things. Hey, this is Editing Taylor. I'm stopping the video for a second because I just want you to know that yes, while I'm editing, I also noticed that there is a black dot on the bridge of my nose, and I think it was from my glasses, but there's no way to tell. It's in the whole video. I didn't see it on the tiny little camera screen, so just do me a favor, ignore it, pretend like it didn't even happen, just look past it and don't judge me. Okay, thanks, bye, enjoy the video. It's like the little things that have like the grooves in them, and I've been sitting on it in my rolly chair, and it's way more comfortable. I'm just saying, way more comfortable. So if a student needs it this year, they might have to fight me for it.
Time to meet your makers.
Makers of what? Poop?
So I'm kind of at that point now where there's a lot of little things left in the classroom. It's like the little stuff that's like left over after all the big stuff's put away that's overwhelming to me. I've got to like go through every part of the room and just pick up all the little things. Like, I would really like for this to just look clean when I leave today. I also cannot figure out how to store this paper. Doesn't fit in a file cabinet. It doesn't fit in my cabinet. It sticks out of every shelf. I'm like, let me show you guys what I picked up over the last couple of days. I got some more laminating pouches on Amazon. I got this little plant over here at Target the other day. I need to kind of like fluff it up and move it a little bit, but he's gonna stay there. I went ahead and brought this big plant from home. It was in here last year, but I just took it home over the summer. I don't know if I'm going to keep it there. What I'm going to do now is try to sort through these old math games. Okay, so when I was at Target, I picked up a few of these 16-quart containers and just separated some of my science materials in here. I will probably create labels eventually, but it's just not a priority to me right now because I know it's in there. Nobody else is going to be looking for it, so maybe when I have some free time, which is never. We do a certain painting activity every year that requires white crayons, paintbrushes, so I figured, hey, I'll just pull this out when it's time to do that activity, and then all their supplies is already organized. They can just come up and grab it. That'll go in the cabinet and just stay there until it's time for that. This had all of my crafting supplies, and it was so disorganized because I brought it from home my first year and I'd not touched it since then. It had everything from like craft sticks to clothespins to pom-poms, you name it. So I separated all of that out. Where did it all go? Oh, it's over here. Probably will create labels eventually, but down here in this one, I have items that I actually took out of my black desk. If you watch the previous videos, I'll link the black desk video up top. I took a few items out of there, such as like lotion, deodorant, things that I might need while I'm at school. Here's all of my craft sticks and clothespins, my anchor chart markers, and typical craft supplies, beads, feathers, glitter. And then this is kind of miscellaneous. It's got some cards and envelopes and hole punchers, so maybe you could say it's like scrapbooking type items. That is all somehow going to fit into these cabinets here because this one has all of my mentor texts and book sets in it. And this one is probably going to be my craft. That one's going to be my science, but I got to figure out how to get it. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, let me show you what I did with these 16-quart bins because they 100% did not fit in the cabinet. I tried, I failed. So instead, it kind of forced me to go through a lot of these bins over here. So I ended up putting those bins like kind of in the corners, like you can see one here and here, and then the same on the other side because I just had 4. This cabinet here, see if I can zoom in on it, it's bolted to the wall. It's not coming down anytime soon unless I request it, but then we have to paint and it's just the thing. I just try to make it look as organized as possible. My slime supplies that was on that shelf and some broken crayon pieces that I got from the art teacher, I just threw it all in this bin and it's going to go on top of the cabinets. I have one more cabinet that I feel like I need to tackle schedule, and then I can start putting all the little stuff away and then focus on what are we doing this year. And that makes me more excited. I get more excited about the planning than I do about my room. And I would like to change out my bulletin board. I do get a thrill out of organizing and condensing and throwing things out, and also planning. So if you're like me, give this video a thumbs up.
Starting lineup for Platoon Squad.
I wanted to show you guys a couple of things, well, a few things that I printed off. First of all, I made this.
I made this for you.
I don't know if you'd call it an anchor chart. I mean, it's like a poster. It's a handy dandy graph with an X and a Y axis. It has a title and a label. Just having this laminated and handy, I think will save me some time. It's just kind of nice to have this like nice and neat and just whip it out when I need it. I also got printed some of my lunch bunch invitations.
Wonder where my evitation is.
This is what they look like. There's 4 different variations. I have always made lunch bunch a priority, just like I make a read aloud priority. Lunch bunch is probably the place where I deepen the relationships with my students the most, especially because I only have a few students in at a time. One year I just went throughout the roster. I always have a group of 3 or 4 every Tuesday or Monday or whatever day I decide that year to do it, and we just eat together in the classroom while everyone else is in the cafeteria. These are in my TPT store, so if you're interested in those, then you can go grab those. I will link them below. Something I think I'll also do is teach a lesson on how to write a thank you note. There's so many instances in the school year where my students are either tasked or want to write a thank you note to someone, be it, you know, secretary, the principal, the janitor, the whoever, a friend. I think explicitly teaching them what makes a good thank you note is something that they will take with them for the rest of their life. In my TPT store, I have this product. There's a Google slideshow that goes with all of this. It covers the basics and it gives them a way to remember like the parts of a thank you note. I have graphic organizers that they can practice, and then I also have some templates. So I've got one that looks like this. For a thank you note, there's a full page and then there's quarter pages, unruled and ruled. This is what my new Meet the Teacher letter looks like. I have a purple and I have a peach and I have a green, like a mint color. Oh, I really like the purple. I like the lavender one. I need to take a new photo because I don't even look like that anymore. That was last summer. So it just has a place for your welcome, your education and experience, and teaching philosophy. I don't really find that I need more than that. I tried to make it like cutesy and easy enough for the kids to read, but also like kind of geared more towards the parents. I also have newsletters. I'm still gonna stick with the weekly newsletter, but honestly, I have been sending home a physical copy. I send a PDF to parents through messages, and it seems to catch everybody, which I'm happy to do. It doesn't take me any time, and if it means making sure that people see important information more often, like, I'm all for that. I have a weekly newsletter template, I have a monthly newsletter template, and I have just a generic one if you don't have a schedule for sending one home that you can just put your name on it. There are places for announcements, for learning focuses, just things to not forget, and usually I keep that section like the same all year long. It has like allergies that people should avoid when they bring in snacks, stuff like that, but you can make it say whatever you want. You'll have a different little space down here, so like the generic one has a place for a highlight, so it's somewhere to like brag on your class. The monthly one has the birthdays, and the weekly one has like spelling words for the week. I really just love this. I just think it looks so good. It's so cute. I love the colors. I forgot I set my gum down. Good thing that I'm not using these. I've got 30 minutes. Let's see if I can get this place clean. of Ashley's TPT Products. Like, she literally just goes by Ashley, ASHLEIGH. And she has really great reading and writing units, and I like to supplement our material with some of hers, and these are a lot of the mentor texts that she uses, and I was able to find so many of these at my favorite bookstore. I will come back at another time and get those prepped, ready to go into my classroom library. Where they're gonna go, I don't know, because it's looking a little full. So check that out. Like, where? You tell me. How am I supposed to fit more books in here? Also, rip to these white Dollar Tree book bins. I think technically they're called locker bins, but I cannot find them anywhere. Like, Dollar Tree just completely sold out. I think when they came out, teachers went flipping nuts, and myself included, I guess, and just bought them all up, and now they like don't even make them. They keep putting out the same bin but in like different colors, and I'm like, I don't want your orange, I don't want your blue, I want white. Like, just give me white, Dollar Tree. That's all I ask. I try to go white or black or some kind of neutral color so that this doesn't happen, because it kind of happened with me with those bins over there. That specific lid color, the blue, they just, like, Target doesn't have it anymore. So now I just kind of go with white. But alas. Hi, this is like the tiniest mirror ever. It was green. It was like an avocado green, and I painted it purple. I managed to get things cleared out. I still have a couple of like massive trash piles. This is a little crooked. Oops. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this classroom setup video. It was kind of just like odds and ends. So the next few videos I'm going to be talking about how I keep track of everything going back to school, because the to-do lists are unreal. How I do my to-do list, how I organize everything, because I have not always been organized, and it's taken me a long time to figure out what works for me, because I am not just a simple like make a list, check it off. I am the type of person that has 50,000 to-do lists because I lack executive functioning skills sometimes. It's taken me a long time to like figure out what works for me and not feel broken when it comes to organization. I also started using a new lesson planner that I'm really excited about, and I kind of happened upon it on accident. I'd never heard of it before. I will definitely be making a video including that. I still can't decide if I want to put that giraffes can't dance quote back up on the wall. If I do, it's definitely going to be laminated, but I can't figure out what I would want it to look like. I really like that quote though. It's like so perfect. It's so perfect. Hello son. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks so much. So hungry. Like and subscribe. I was supposed to go past the camera. I love it. I think it would be so cute.